As you know, we're celebrating 20 years with 20 ingredients. And this week's ingredient is the delicious, wonderful, aromatic, perfumed preserved lemons. There's something about those aromas that really comes out in the preservation. So we use it for different salsas and for sauces. We use it to flavor meat, chicken, lamb. We also use it to flavor vegetables, roasted vegetables, to create salad dressing, to create yogurt sauces. Really, the applications are endless. Preserving lemons is a really simple process. You take unwaxed lemons or washed waxed lemons, cut across from top to bottom, but not leaving a little bit held together at the bottom, and then you stuff it with salt. You want to use coarse sea salt, and you put it in a sterilized jar. You squeeze those salty lemons to get some of the juices out. You can leave them neat if you like, but you can also add hard herbs like rosemary, sage, or thyme. You can add peppers, peppercorns. You can use white peppercorns or black peppercorns or red peppercorns. You can just play with the spices that you've got, and then you leave it for up to about 4 weeks, topping up with lemon juice, so they are submerged in lemon juice. After 4 weeks, the lemons are ready to use, but then you can keep them for up to a year. At some point moving them to the fridge, but they really do last for a very long time. So for my roast chicken with preserved lemons, obviously I need a preserved lemon. So these have been in this jar for 3 to 4 weeks, which means the lemons have really been cooked by the salt, and all that really intense acidity should have dissipated, and now you've got this kind of strong lemony flavor. It's really important when you draw your lemon out of the jar not to put your hand in there, because it contaminates, and then you start getting it blooms on top, and it's not very nice. So use a fork or a spoon to get your lemon out. For my chicken, I will use about half this lemon. So I'm gonna just break it down and take some of this flesh with the pips that are in there. I won't use that. And I won't use that. So all I'm gonna be using is these 2 bits of skin. Now, this skin is soft, and it really has all these aromatic oils going on. So it really tastes very perfumed and really wonderfully sweet and lemony. And I'm just kind of roughly chopping it. You can get preserved lemons which are much smaller when you buy them commercially, and those are really fine as well. With those, you don't really need to get rid of the flesh. You're okay using them as they are. And I'm gonna put it straight into my food processor. And then I'm gonna add this butter. So try to use room temperature butter that's soft. And then I'm also gonna add thyme. So quite a lot of thyme. That is really nice. So the combination of lemon, thyme, butter, and garlic is kind of a classic for roast chicken. It really is so delicious. So I'm gonna take these 3 garlic cloves and just crush them straight into the food processor. And we're kind of gonna get flavor of lemon here in 2 ways. So we're gonna get the preserved lemons, which are obviously much less raw and much more kind of cooked than the normal lemon, but I'm also gonna use some zest, unwaxed lemon. It's quite important to use unwaxed lemon for when you make preserved lemons or when you use the zest. You don't want all that wax in your food, but if they are waxed, then just give them a good rinse and a scrub, and that all goes in here. So I've got preserved lemon, I've got lemon skin, I'm gonna add some salt, butter, garlic, and then I'm just gonna put a tiny bit of black pepper as well. When you add salt, just take care not to put too much, because as you've noticed, the preserved lemons are full of salt. So when using preserved lemons in anything, in sauces and dressing, keep the salt down and then taste at the end just to make sure you've got enough salt there. Mind the noise. It's such a nice smell. It's just like pure lemon. Well, lemon and thyme. It's wonderful. So the paste now is nice and smooth, and the texture is such that you can actually spread it on the chicken. That's what you want. So let your machine go for a little while and get it to this kind of spreadable texture. Get all that goodness out of your food processor. Don't leave anything in here because it's all delicious, lemony, garlicky thyme flavor. For the chicken, you can use the chicken as it is, and that's absolutely fine. But I'm gonna spatchcock the chicken, so I'm gonna flatten it, open it up. And what you get by doing that is, first of all, I will get more even cooking of the chicken. So the breast and the legs normally take very different amounts of time, but if you spread it out, the breast cooks quicker. And just in general, it's a quicker way of cooking your chicken. So instead of like an hour and a quarter or well over an hour, if you butterfly your chicken, depending on size, but normally it should take under an hour, 45 minutes, 50 minutes. So that's a really good thing to do. And it's not hard, but you really do need a good pair of scissors or shears to do this. So you turn the chicken over on its breast, facing you like that. And I'm gonna try using these scissors. So there's the spine here, and you start from the bottom and you cut along the two sides of the spine. So I'm going, this is the spine, and I'm just going slowly around the spine. So that's one side, and then just the other side of the spine. Again, the same. It's a little bit harder when you do it this way because it's not held. You need to hold it fast with your hand. There you go. So don't throw the spine away, just use that for stock. And now I'm just going to flip it over and I'm going to open it up. So you've got the legs, the wings, and everything is open up like that. I'm going to give it a push, so you kind of break it even more down. And essentially what you're doing, you're creating an even surface with even thickness of legs and breasts, and that will mean even cooking. And now after I've done that, I'm just going to turn it over to face me this way, and I'm going to start applying the lovely lemon butter onto the chicken. So the first thing I'm going to do is gently separate the flesh from the skin, like that. You want to do it carefully so you don't cut through the skin, but it's not hard. You just need to be a little bit gentle. Make sure your nails are not too long so you don't pierce through. And then I'm just going to use my hands, there's no other way, to get this butter in underneath the skin. A little bit on this side and a little bit on that side. And once I've done that, I'm going to press the skin down and just kind of move that butter down so it covers the whole of the breast underneath the skin. And this is all wonderful lemony flavor, and also once that melts, it will really penetrate the skin and you'll get a lot of nice flavor. You can do a bit of getting some of that butter under the legs. I'm not going to be bothered with that. I'm just going to use everything I've got here just to smear it all over. So I'll start with the legs. And that skin, as it cooks, will get this wonderful buttery flavor. And then I'm going to do this side of the breast, this side, and just get as much as the chicken covered in this paste before it goes into the oven. So that's kind of what you're looking for. So the butter is great, obviously for chicken, for turkey, but it's also great in a vegetarian context. So you could put it on root vegetables, on celeriac, or on pumpkins. It's really, really good. Those flavors work well in so many contexts. I'm gonna grab that chicken and put it back in the tray. So kind of spread it out. So you want a size tray that just holds the chicken together. Just one last thing, I'm going to take this zested lemon and I'm going to use it to squeeze lemon juice all over my chicken, because actually I haven't used the juice yet. So I've got the preserved lemon and I've got the skin, but the juice itself is something that I'm happy to use. So I'll use some now, and actually later when I serve the chicken, I'm going to use some more lemon juice. So this is all about the lemon. And a bit of salt. So you notice I didn't put a lot of salt in the butter. I'm just going to put a little bit of salt on the butter after it's been smeared, which means it's going to dry out nice and you're going to get more of a crisp skin. And I've got the oven ready on 190. So there you go, the chicken is in the oven, and there's nothing nicer for me at home, for myself, for my kids, as a roast chicken. And this roast chicken is super nice because of that lemon and garlic, and it's just, you know, every weekend I could do one of those. And you can cook it in the oven, but you can also, if you like, cook it on a barbecue, in which case I might not use all that butter to start with. I'll start cooking the chicken on the barbecue and then possibly brush some of it as it cooks down. I'm just gonna serve the chicken that I carved with some aubergine and pomegranate salad, which is not in this episode, but it's a view into the future. So that will feature in one of our YouTube videos. And it's just a really, really, really great way to present chicken, and like, who doesn't like a roast chicken? Help yourselves.
Okay.
Okay. You've portioned it nicely.
I've just carved the chicken like I do for my children.
Thank you.
It's the ultimate comfort, isn't it? Roast chicken. Roast chicken with lemon.
Totally. Sorry for skin haters out there.
Oh, the skin is the
I
best.
love the skin.
The skin is the best. Skin? Also, the skin has got all that preserved lemon just next to it.
You really get it when you get it with skin.
The real kicker.
And I'm building a wrap with the skin.
Oh my god.
And aubergine. I've just
A
created
little burrito.
a new dish.
10 out of 10.